another episode of Millennial Mommitude Spirituality. I appreciate so much you guys taking the time out to view these videos. It really means a lot to me. Whenever I have success with something, I have to share it with you guys. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but there have been a lot of crazy ass planetary shifts. I know Cancer full moon, like I said in my last video, like I lost it. I had several nervous breakdowns. Every day of my cycle, it was crazy. And I know a lot of people are experiencing the same thing with this past weekend's Leo full moon. And so it's really important that you stay grounded. And what do I mean by grounded? I mean, it's important for you to remain in your home energy. Like, don't let anything take you outside of yourself. You know, when you wake up and you just don't quite feel like yourself and you just have been off, like your energy's been off, you're not your typical usual self. That's what I mean by staying grounded. When you're grounded, you're completely enmeshed in your own energy. You're in your vibe. You're in your, some people say in their bag or whatever. I say it sometimes. It's what the kids say. I'm only 30, but look at me, whatever. But it's just you not feeling like yourself. You know, you feel detached. You feel like you're just like, what am I doing here? Like, what the fuck is going on? You just don't feel like yourself. And so I'm going to share with you some techniques that I have used and have been successful for me in keeping me grounded. Now, I am a Taurus, like almost, I won't say my whole chart, but almost my whole chart is Earth. I am a Leo rising, Taurus sun, Capricorn moon. And so I have Capricorn all over my chart and I have Taurus all over my chart. And then a sprinkle of a couple other things. So, it may resonate a lot heavier with some earth signs, but honestly, anybody can do this because by me sharing my grounding techniques, it'll help you establish some of your own because it really is about what makes you most comfortable. When you go to stay grounded, all you're doing is practicing the things that, you know, make you feel comfortable, things that you enjoy. Self-care is a big part of my grounding techniques. I like to pamper myself. I'll get my hair done. I'll go get a pedicure, get a manicure. I will exfoliate from head to toe. I will take a hot bubble bath with candles, music, incense. Self-care is a really big part of mine. I do an enema, I'll detox, I cleanse myself. I will do some oil pulling, use my water pick, you know, get all up in my gums and everything, you know. That is the first thing that I do because that has the biggest impact. Me being a Leo rising, I care about my looks a lot. And so that's just something that I enjoy. It's something that makes me feel good about myself when I'm taking care of myself. That's what self-care is all about. So that's the first thing, pampering myself, practicing self-care. Self-care means a lot, though. It's a very broad thing for a lot of different people. There isn't really a one-size-fits-all. We're all unique individuals, and we all have our own way of doing things. And so just for me, self-care is pampering myself, taking care of my body is what I use for self-care. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and oh my gosh, when I tell you that this has really brought me through, it's journaling. Writing my thoughts, my feelings, emotions down in a journal. I used to be like, especially when I got heavy on the law of attraction stuff, I used to be scared to actually express myself. I'm like, let me not write down that I had a shitty day today because law of attraction is going to bring more to me. But no, honestly, it's very important that you have an outlet where you can just completely express yourself and not be afraid to. And a lot of people, myself included, don't always feel comfortable going to someone or even having access to other people. A lot of people in my circle, you know, they're busy. They work, they have jobs, they've got kids, you know, so they're not always available to have an open ear. And a lot of things, sometimes I just want to keep to myself. Like I don't want to share that, you know, intimate moments with, my relationship, personal relationships, or, just things that made me upset, or, just things that I want to keep private. Everybody deserves a degree of privacy. And so for me, journaling has really been able to keep me grounded. It helps me express my thoughts, and it also helps me analyze different situations. I'll write a journal entry, and then I'll go back and read it, and then I'll see something like, oh, you know what? I didn't even realize that. It'll help me, come to certain decisions and determinations about stuff when I'm able to express myself freely. And so I've had a journal like since I was a kid, like since I could read and write. I've always kept a journal. I used to take my composition book and hide it like Harriet the Spy. I used to use a composition book, and then the little not My Little Pony, but Lisa Frank. For my 80s and 90s babies. Yes, I had my Lisa Frank journal, my Lisa Frank diary with the lock on it. Don't mess with my lock, okay? Because I always have the key. Lisa Frank was the bomb. Y'all 2000s babies probably don't even know nothing about that. No shade, no shade. But yeah, I've been journaling since I was a kid. I did it all the way throughout high school. And I noticed that whenever I fall off with my journaling, usually my mental health takes a dip. I have to be able to express myself in a healthy way. And sometimes talking to someone is not always the best way. Sometimes you just want to be able to vent or just release without getting any feedback, without, worried about somebody's opinion or, judgment or anything like that. So for me, I have 3 different journals that I'm currently writing in. 3 different ones, and they all have 3 different purposes. One is more like my thoughts and my ideas. When I have thoughts and ideas, I typically write them down in this journal. When I want to do mantras and things like that, they typically go here in this journal. This was a gift from my little sister. Shout out to Early. Bam, bam. So this was a gift from her last year, and I still haven't filled it up yet. This journal here is more like my journal entries. This is where I put my day-to-day stuff. When I want to fully express myself, I'll write in here. I got this from Five Below. I had bought a blue one and this one too, and I think the blue one I ended up filling up like immediately. So this is where I put like my day-to-day entries, and this is where I keep it real, where, I'm saying, whatever's going down is going down, and I need to express it. That's my little one. He's tired, so I'm gonna try and make this video fast. And then this one. And so what it says on here is, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And then it has Jeremiah 29:11. And so the funny thing about this is 11 is my number. 11:11. If I see 111 or 11 or 11:11, I know that it's a message from my angels to me. And so 2 + 9 is 11. And so to me, this is 11:11. And then what's even crazier is, so I did not purchase this. I was literally walking along a route. I was doing a survey back during the summer when I was pregnant. And I was like running around crazy trying to stack money so I could be good once the baby was born, take a little time off work. And so I was walking and I found this, literally like came across my path. I was walking in this really nice neighborhood, I think in Columbia Heights or somewhere off of U Street or something like that. And I saw this book. And what's crazy is when I opened it, there was already a message in there. And so I don't know who it's from, but I definitely feel like it was for me, because it says, God, thank you for giving me this gift. I understand it is for me to share. If it is in your will, I ask you to allow me many years on this earth to share knowledge, love, and light. God, allow me to be a vessel to reach the hearts and minds of others while giving you glory. God, bless my mind, heart, hands, and body. Protect this book and allow me to be a weapon to defeat evil. May your will always be done, not mine. Amen. And then look at what is there. 11:11. I cannot make this up. This is not my handwriting. I did not write this. But when I saw this message here, then I opened it and realized this. And mind you, I found this. This was on the ground. So no, I didn't run up in anybody's house and take anything. I was literally just walking down the sidewalk, and this was laying on the ground right in my path. So when I saw that 11:11, I knew that this book was for me. So this is where I set my intentions. This is where, when I want to manifest something, it goes in this book. Or when I have a business idea or something to generate income, or like, you know, my ideas for YouTube, or anything that has to do with my spirit work goes in this book. He's getting antsy, so let me just go check on him real quick. One sec. Sorry guys, here's the try. He thinks he's so funny. You think you're so funny. Always interrupting my YouTubes. He's so cute, but it's just like, you know I'm filming. You know that I'm filming. So stop it. He's like amazed by the lights. I have this ring light that I use for my videos, and he's like enthralled with it. But anyways, we're gonna get back to the video in just a second. I actually need to change his diaper, and then I'll be right back. Children. Okay, now that his butt is clean, he should be quiet now. Let's see. Okay, so the book that I love, the gold trimming and everything on it, how sturdy it is. It was raining too when I found this, and it still was in like perfect condition. So this is where I put all of my spirit work. So I have 3 different journals. You don't have to have 3 different ones. You can use one, or you can have several. You can have 5, you can have 10 if you want. It's really just up to you and your preferences. For me, I have to have a healthy outlet to express myself, and I don't always have the opportunity to pick up the phone, and sometimes I don't always want to. So those are my 3 journals that I use to help keep my sanity. Now, the next thing is eating clean and smoothies and tea. So for me, sometimes I can definitely tell the difference. So a couple of years ago, I went plant-based. And I was like super serious. I did the pescatarian diet for 30 days, and then I literally ate nothing but juice and raw foods for another 30 days. So it became a permanent part of my life. I still make green juice to this day. My son's father, my mom, everybody talked crap about me because I was still making juice while I was pregnant. That baby don't want no juice. Now my son is super advanced. Isn't that right? That's right. That's right. They didn't know what they was talking about. But I've noticed that when I eat sugar or processed foods or stuff with a lot of grease or really heavy, that it does impact my mood. So when I'm having a hard time, that is when I will go out and get salads and get fresh vegetables from the Amish market. I'm sorry, guys. Get fresh vegetables from the Amish market. I like to do farmers markets because I know that it's locally grown. And then with the Amish, I know that they don't use chemicals or anything like that. They do everything the old way we did 150 years ago. And I don't have to worry about pesticides and all that kind of stuff. So I will usually go to the Amish market and load up on fruits and vegetables. If I can't get to the Amish market, then I'll go to Harris Teeter, even Whole Foods, or sometimes even just Giant, and get fruits and veggies. And I'll usually stick to smoothies for a few days. Like I said before, I will detox. Sometimes that's part of my self-care. I'll go ahead and clean my body out. And then once you clean your body out, you want to put good things into it. So that's when I'll make some juice, or I'll have smoothies twice a day, or I'll start my morning off with tea. I'll stay away from soda, fatty foods, sugar, you know what I'm saying? A lot of processed foods, a lot of heavy, greasy stuff. I'll stay away from that because I know that has a tendency to impact my mood. Everybody's body is different, and everybody doesn't get impacted the same way. But I just know for me personally, if I'm having a hard time emotionally disconnecting from the things that feed irritability and feed, conditions like depression and anxiety, I'll stay away from those foods for a while. The last thing that has been super healing for me and works immediately, especially because I'm an earth sign. If you have a lot of earth in your chart, or you were born as a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, you're an earth sign. So you tend to resonate with nature and being outside and things like that. When I'm really having a hard time, I will definitely make it a point to spend some time outside for sure. I'll usually just go take a walk. I don't like to be uncomfortable though. I'm a little bougie. So, it really depends. I'll usually take a walk. I have a pretty nice neighborhood. It's pretty safe to walk around any hour of the day or night, but I'll usually go for a walk, or sometimes I'll just go sit out on my back patio, especially at night, and look up at the stars and just kind of breathe and be present in the moment. Another good thing that you can do for grounding, if you really want to have a major impact, is you can go actually with your bare feet and place them on the earth. Some people dig holes. Some people put dirt on top of their feet to literally bury themselves and literally do the physical act of grounding. I don't go that far, or at least I haven't yet. I know in the summertime, sometimes I'll wear my flip-flops outside, and I might stand in the grass for a little while, let the sun, the vitamin D, kind of just shower down on me. I have not yet buried my feet in the dirt, though. I haven't gone that far. I'm okay. But if you want to, that's no problem. Like I said, there isn't a one size fits all. These are just a few things that I've done. And hopefully with me sharing the things that I have been able to do, it'll inspire you to create your own list of grounding techniques, so that when you are not in alignment, or you're just feeling kind of off, or, even if you just need a pick-me-up, or, you just haven't been feeling yourself lately, these are all things that I do to help me get back in my mode, get back in my bag, get back in alignment. So if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, of course, feel free to hit me up. My information is at the bottom of the screen. Of course, I will leave all of my info. If you have any questions, if you want to contact me directly, I'll leave my email below, my social media handles. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this content, leave a comment. I love getting feedback. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. So feel free to comment below. And that is it. I will see you guys next time. Like I said, there will be a video coming up on spiritual baths. I'm excited about that. Okay? Love and light. I will see you guys next time. Love you. Mm-hmm.